put them under oath and question them, including the people who bring the charges. That's part of what's in here. Now, if that's what's scaring people out there, well, you should thought twice before you start raising your hand saying there's a problem. So, you know, there's two roads I see. Exonerate, go ahead with the lawyer we got.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, since the senior members of council seem to know everything, and I think I have some homework to do, we can go forward with the investigation. But as I said, first of all, the NAACP did nothing wrong. I'll say that. And secondly, since we're talking about exoneration, I agree with Councilman Morton. If the investigation comes back, if it comes back, keyword if it comes back that there was some wrongdoing, I agree that the mayor should be censured and the manager should be terminated. And that's all I have to say. I'm not answering any more questions.
Mr. Mayor, may I make one brief comment, please, regarding Mr. Blanchard? I just don't want anyone to get the impression that he's tainted in some way, because that certainly implies bad things. He has represented the city once before, in addition to representing a former African-American police chief of the city in a personnel issue. He did a good job for the city. I think that litigation turned out well, so I don't think he's tainted in any way, but I would like to read you briefly, just a couple of sentences, what was sent to me from the League of Municipalities regarding him. Mr. Norwood Blanchard, he handles regularly matters involving civil rights, due process, sex, race, and age discrimination. Mr. Lee speaking, I've talked with Norwood about this as well, and he would have no conflict. So I don't think that his having represented the city previously in any way taints him. Yes, he is a defense attorney in as much as he defended the city in litigation, but he's not a defense attorney like we think of criminal defense attorneys as is. So I just want to make sure that everyone understands what his credentials are.
We have a motion on the floor. Mr. Donald.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As I pointed out in the beginning, I do support a resolution to exonerate or vindicate the two parties that we want to investigate, or that we voted unanimously to investigate. Originally, I came here with the intent to save the city money and use that money in a more effective way, based on my analysis. But listening to the discussion, I lean more toward the investigation if we cannot do an exoneration.
Mr. Thomas.
I have a motion to amend the motion before us. I make a motion that if we vote to terminate the investigation, that the resolution of exoneration, for lack of a better word, be prepared in the case of both the city manager and the mayor.
I would second that.
Okay.
All right, help me out with that, Mr. Moore. Is that friendly amendment? Is it
No. Motion to
Because I would miss
motion
that.
to amend, so
That's a motion to amend the previous motion.
that's
We have to-
procedural motion, we have to go.
Yes, sir.
yeah, discuss it. You have to vote.
So we
Need
have,
a second motion.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor. I had made a motion to amend the motion to, regarding the payment of the money that was not acted on. I don't believe we got a second, but
I didn't,
we didn't.
you can say, I didn't take that as a motion. I thought you were talking about what you had done.
No, I actually asked to amend the motion on the floor.
Hold on.
I'm all messed
Okay,
up.
so Mr. Thomas, would you repeat your motion again?
The motion on the floor is to
Suspend the investigation.
curtail investigation. That's the motion on the floor. My motion is to amend that, to say that if we do, in fact, vote to end the investigation, that we will also pass a resolution exonerating two parties' names. That's my motion. If you're gonna not investigate, then you're gonna exonerate.
Okay, that means if we investigate, if we go ahead with investigation, that means his motion is dead.
Right.
Okay, we good.
Yeah, that's right. All right, didn't we have a second?
Yeah, well, I seconded
Right,
the
okay.
amended.
Any other discussion about that amendment? Okay, so all those,
Mr. Mayor, that supersedes my motion.
no, that would change your motion,
Okay.
okay, it would amend it. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is vote on whether or not people want to amend the motion from there. And then we're gonna come back and vote
On my
on your motion.
Gotcha.
Okay? Everybody clear? You with me, Mark?
So we're about to vote on what he said,
That's right.
and then,
So we're voting on the amendment before we vote on the motion.
Right. You have to do
Kind
that.
of backwards, isn't it?
No,
Because if we vote on the motion first, that means that if the motion dies, the amendment dies. So but I don't.
Then you can't amend it. If it passes.
If it passes, you can't amend it. Okay. So everybody clear, we're voting on the amendment? Okay? So all those in favor of the amendment say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay.
nay.
Let me ask for a show of hands. All those in favor of the amendment, raise your hand. And the amendment is that if they vote not to investigate, then they also will have to issue a statement of exoneration.
That's a deadly animal.
Okay, now you vote,
I can't do that because if they vote, if the ones that have their hands up vote, if they vote,
To kill the,
that means automatically they're exonerated. I can't go with that. Right. I can't go with that. That's not good. I can't go with that. That's
okay,
a
so we
trap.
have 4 folks who voted in favor of the amendment. So those opposed to the amendment, raise your hand. 3 opposed. Okay, so the amendment carries. Okay. All right, so now the motion is now that to curtail or suspend the investigation and to issue,
No more determined.
I
terminate,
believe terminate is a better word, suspend implies that it might come back.
come back,
Your Honor.
terminate the
We're
investigation.
suspended, so maybe we'll, that's a amendment.
Terminate the investigation and by so doing issue a statement of exoneration. That's the motion. Everybody clear about the motion?
Could we have a comment from Mr. Olson? Could we ask for that? Regarding this motion? And whether that's clearing his name, in his opinion? If this should pass?
Mr. Olson, your comments?
Each member of the city council received a written statement from me prior to this meeting. I don't plan on elaborating past that particular item.
All right, everybody clear on what we're voting on?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, is that the motion that Darius made?
No.
Well, it is with an amendment that Mr. Steinmetz made, which we just passed.
Could you please repeat the motion?
The motion is to terminate the investigation and to issue a statement of exoneration to both parties. So those in favor of that motion, raise your hand.
to terminate.
To terminate the investigation and issue a letter of exoneration. Okay. Those opposed, raise your hand. Okay. Motion fails. Okay, so the investigation will continue. Anything else on this matter? We are
Not
adjourned.
that I want to bring this matter up, Your Honor, but is the investigation with Mr. Blanchard to continue?
I'm changing that vote.
Nobody changed?
No, I changed it.